You know, in the world of basketball, change is constant, and this season's roller coaster journey of Katie Lou Samuelson is no exception. It's been quite a year for her, honestly. First off, she made a heroic return postpartum, which was seriously an inspiration for many. Coming back to the court with the Indiana Fever post-pregnancy, everyone had such high expectations, right? However, the reality, it was kind of different. Samuelson struggled with her shooting form, which led to her three-point percentages dipping to about 33%. Her minutes dwindled too, averaging just 18 minutes per game, her lowest since her rookie year. If you're watching this video, odds are you're into basketball, so hey, consider subscribing to our channel. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers this February and keep you updated on all things hoops. So moving on from that, let's dive into the whole buyout process. It's quite the tale, actually. After an uneven season, the Indiana Fever and Katie Lou Samuelson decided to part ways. Now, this buyout stuff, it can get a bit tricky, all right? Samuelson was on a protected 2-year contract with the Fever. Let's break that down, shall we? She signed for $355,000 across 2 years, earning $175,000 in 2024 and anticipated to make $180,000 in 2025. A protected contract means that even if she's cut due to, lack of skill or maybe injury, she still receives her salary. This buyout process, to be honest, is sort of like a negotiation, Handling contracts in, the WNBA isn't always straightforward. What happened here is Samuelson entered discussions with the Fever about her buyout terms. It's kind of similar to when Victoria Vivians went through her buyout with Indiana. Vivians, who was expected to make $137,000, ended up agreeing to a $90,000 buyout before joining the Seattle Storm. Now, the thing about these buyouts is they allow teams to kind of finalize their roster while managing financial aspects, like the salary cap. It's a way for them to realign their budget without, shouldering the entire salary they initially committed to the player. All right, but what's in this for the player? Well, a buyout provides the athlete with a chance to get paid some portion of their owed salary, while also freeing them up to, join another team if they wish. It's like balancing security and opportunity for the player, I guess. Speaking of opportunity, reports pointed out that Samuelson is in discussion with 4 different teams looking for her next move. I mean, this is quite telling, right? It suggests that despite the season's struggles, teams out there still see value and potential in her skills. Now, let's not forget the financial aspects for Indiana, right? So, buying out Samuelson not only opens up a spot on their roster, but it also, provides them some financial flexibility as they shape their team moving forward. This is particularly important considering their active off-season moves. Basically, the buyout process here is more than just a player leaving a team. It's a strategic decision for both parties involved to seek a path that paves way for future opportunities. It reflects the complexities and business side of professional basketball, where both personal and financial facets must align. So, to bring it all together, what I'm trying to say is, this situation with Samuelson and the Fever is like a classic case of how basketball is not only about the sport itself, but also about navigating challenges and changes intricately. Anyway, with Samuelson's buyout, it's clear both she and the Fever are, looking forward to new beginnings. And that's, the nature of professional sports, constantly evolving, constantly in motion. All right, guys. So now that Samuelson is a free agent, where do we see her heading next? It's the big question on everyone's mind, right? With discussions happening between her and 4 potential teams, the landscape of her future career seems promising. Firstly, let's talk about what makes Samuelson, an attractive option for these teams. Despite having a season that didn't quite meet expectations, it's important to remember her potential as a 3-point specialist. Teams out there recognize her ability to shoot from beyond the arc, and she still has that spark that can be reignited with the right coaching and system. Looking at her career before joining the Fever, we saw glimpses of how she can contribute effectively. Her previous stints demonstrated her capability to bring energy and shooting to teams in need of those skills. For instance, during her time with the Los Angeles Sparks, she had some impressive shooting percentages, right? These glimpses are like signposts for what she might offer moving forward. Now let's consider her situation post-buyout. The talk she's having with 4 different teams really highlights that she's still in demand. We're not entirely sure which teams are in that mix. But given how competitive the league is, it probably includes squads looking to bolster their bench with, reliable shooters and versatile wings. At this stage of her career, it makes sense for Samuelson to aim for a team that aligns with her style. This could be a team that values perimeter offense and is maybe in need of floor spacing. Think about a franchise with a dynamic playmaker who can set her up for open shots. That's where her strengths can really come into play in a big way. There's also the aspect of Samuelson rebuilding her confidence and finding her rhythm, right? Coming back from pregnancy, it's vital for her to be in an environment that fosters growth and provides her with the right guidance. She has the chance now to choose a team that supports this transition phase effectively. Aside from her on-court skills, we shouldn't overlook her experience. Having been through different teams and situations, she's gathered some invaluable knowledge, which can be a huge asset. A young team or a team in transition might value her for her background in the league and look to her for mentorship roles, kind of like a veteran presence on their roster. To be fair, the process of finding a new team isn't just about her skills aligning. It involves negotiations, fitting into cap spaces, and even geographical preferences where she feels comfortable. This part of navigating her career is crucial. So what will happen to Samuelson next? Will she find a team that matches her strengths? Or perhaps one where she can, reinvent herself? Her upcoming decisions and the team she chooses could very well shape the next chapter of her career dramatically. Finally, if you have thoughts on how Samuelson's situation might unfold, or maybe you're speculating which team she might join, let us know what you think in the comments below. Seriously, we'd love to hear your predictions and maybe open up a friendly discussion with you guys.